All right. I know I said I'd stop doing these. I know. But I mean, come on. The information is here. It's been given to me. I have to do a video about it. I mean, the last few videos I did on the leaks were correct, so these ones have to be right, right? If you do not want to be spoiled at some possible future leaks on the Great Commander's Pass, please do not watch this video. This is going to contain spoilers. It's going to contain information on every single new leader that's coming up in the future pass that's coming out, hopefully in December. But please do not watch it. That's my first and only warning I'm going to give out. Now, Civ Fanatics is where I got the majority of my information before. Civ Fanatics is a forum for the Civilization 6, Civilization franchise in general. But this is where this is the forum that I got the information on in regards to the leaks for the entire leader pass. Now, allegedly, in the game files or from the Civ or 2K site, there have been some more leaks on the Great Commander's Pass. This is the next pass that's coming out that includes Tokugawa of Japan, NADER SHAH, as well as SULEIMAN the Magnificent. Now, there is a whole thread here that's doing the discussions on it. This was, I think this was Tuesday. Well, I guess today is technically Wednesday as I'm making this video, but Tuesday this was leaked. And we're going to go over these now. Now, these, I want to say, take a complete grain of salt. These could be 100% fake, but everything that's been leaked on the Civ Fanatics forum has been right so far. So, like I said, take it with a big grain of salt. So we're going to start with the first one. The first one is Tokugawa of Japan. Now, this could be the leader model. This could also just literally be a modded leader model, but that's a lot of detail for a leader model. But we're going to talk about the Tokugawa's ability here, which is Bakuhan. International trade routes receive minus 25% yield in tourism, but domestic trade routes provide +1 culture, +1 science, and +2 gold for every specialty district at the destination. That is interesting. That's the first time I've read it. I haven't read anything else about it. That is a very that is a very interesting ability. Cities within 6 tiles of Japan's capital are 100% loyal, and after researching flight, receive +1 tourism for every district. What? That is weird. I don't know if okay, this is very strange. So you're gaining loyalty. That's whatever. Loyalty is fine. I guess that means you can just do the Maya setup, right, where you have 13 cities within your capital and they're always going to be 100% loyal. But once you receive flight, and then you just do giga districting with him because you're going to get the adjacency anyways. So you just do giga districting, isolationist, don't really need to go anywhere. You just stay in your empire. You don't really conquer anybody, and you receive tourism from every single district. So you're going to be gaining like probably 4 max. We'll just say an average of 3 districts per city. With 13 cities, we'll say 10 cities, right? So we'll say 30 districts. So you're getting like 30 tourism just from those from flight. That's pretty decent. But the thing is, this is weird. The international trade routes receive minus 25% tourism and yields, which means that it cancels out the tourism boost, the plus 25% tourism boost from trade routes. So that kind of like negates. This is weird. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, domestic trade routes will give you +1 culture, science, and gold. That's really for every specialty district at the destination. So this is encouraging you to do some sim city. It wants you to sim, and it wants you to really wants you to trade in between all of your cities. But I don't know how I feel about the tourism. It obviously wants you to do culture. But the minus 25% tourism is, I'm assuming that's what that means, minus 25% yield and tourism. So that is a weird thing. I guess you just don't worry about that and just run the tourism cards and then try to get like something like Mary Leakey. Oh no, Mary Leakey is not the right one. The great person that gives you the percentage amount of tourism. Extra tourism boost. So this is weird. This is a weird ability. I don't know how I feel about this. I think it's cool. It's like isolationist Civ. It's gonna be. I think in theory it sounds good, but in practice I don't know. You're gonna have to have some really good city setups. I mean, if you just go like giga huge, massively expand everywhere and then trade everywhere and build a bajillion districts, then this might work. But I don't really know how I feel about it. I guess the leader ability is better than, oh, I don't really know, right? Because half cost encampments, holy squares, and theater districts are really good with Hojo. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I think it might be worse than Hojo, but we'll have to see. But moving right along from Tokugawa, we have Nader Shah of the Persian Empire. Like I said, these are very detailed models. They almost look fake, but like I said, take this all with a grain of salt. We don't know if this is real. But here is Nader Shah's abilities. The Sword of Persia, +5 combat strength when attacking full health city units. Cities not founded by Nader Shah receive +2 faith and +3 gold on domestic trade routes. That is fairly similar to regular Persia with the domestic trade routes, right? That was well, I mean, ish. You got +2 gold, I believe, in culture. Yeah, it's +2 gold, +1 culture. That's the satrapies, that's the civ, the ability. So +2 faith and +3 gold on domestic trade routes. So you're getting +5 gold and +2 faith and +1 culture for your domestic trade routes. Okay. I mean, that's really nice early on. That allows you to, I mean, I guess it's just an early game boost, right? +5 combat strength when attacking full health units. So you're getting +5 extra combat strength. I guess that's just like a deity bonus, basically. +5 combat strength when attacking full health units. This feels worse than Cyrus. Not by a lot, right? Cyrus has kind of been a little underpowered with the latest patches that they did. At least this synergizes here. This feels more synergistic than Cyrus does. Cyrus does get like the movement from declaring war, right? But this just doesn't feel good. It feels more unique than the Negotiators pack. I will say that out of these two, these feel a lot more unique and like actual civ abilities than, for example, just like Sultan Saladin getting 100% flanking support bonus, right? This is another one of those things. This is how I feel with Tokugawa. What? I don't get it. I get it. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. This just seems like really good early game bonuses, which I guess early game does help you snowball later, but it just feels worse than Cyrus right now. It does sound interesting to play though, getting +5 gold, +1 culture, and +2 faith from domestic trade routes on top of the production and food you're getting. So those are pretty good trade routes early game. You don't really care about the gold too much. You just like the culture and the faith, which means you can like combine that with maybe you get Chingeti, and that allows you to get extra faith on top of that. That's not too bad. I don't think it's going to be incredible. Maybe it'll be a little bit worse, or maybe just on par with Cyrus. So that's interesting. I don't know. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. But moving on to the third one, we have SULEIMAN the Magnificent. Obviously, this one does not have a model here, so this is why I was kind of saying take it with a grain of salt, because this one doesn't have a model, and then these two models are, I mean, it could just be the compression of the screenshot. But this one here, SULEIMAN the Magnificent. I had mentioned in my previous tier list video, which you can watch right here, that my thoughts on SULEIMAN the Magnificent were he was going to be a culture civ, and it kind of seems like, at least according to this leak, I was not too far off. 15% science and culture when in a golden age or heroic age, +4 combat strength when not in a golden or heroic age against civs who are also not in golden or heroic age. So that's kind of like reverse Mapuche, who gets the extra combat strength versus civs in a golden age. He gets extra combat strength when you're not in a golden age, and they're also not in a golden age. So that's kind of a cool, unique little bonus there. This is, I mean, it makes sense, right? Magnificent. This feels like a Korea plus, what's his name? Menelik bonus, right? Where it's based off of golden ages, which is, I think, it's kind of cool. This is good. I like this. This is a good change. Obviously, you lose the Janissary, which does kind of suck. The Janissary is such a good unit, but I guess if you're moving away from domination and trying to be more cultural focused, then that makes more sense. The only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't really make sense for the rest of his kit. It is cool that you're doing science and culture stuff. I guess you could just chain golden ages and get insane amounts of science and culture. But the whole thing about Suleiman before, right, is also you lose Ibrahim as well, Suleiman's governor ability, because that's a civ ability, or sorry, that's a leader ability, not a civ ability. The Great Turkish Bombard is the Ottoman civ ability. Magnificent is the leader ability, and the leader ability for Suleiman was getting Ibrahim, the governor. So this is interesting. I like the Magnificent bonus. I think this is really good. The thing that I don't like about these leader ability or these personas is that a lot of the personas, the leader ability is really cool, but it doesn't make sense with the rest of their kit. See Eleanor of England. See Sultan Saladin that just came out, right? The 100% flanking and support bonuses is cool. It just doesn't like, I don't know, it just feels like a tacked on ability. This feels like this is a really good tacked on ability, but it just kind of feels like the whole point of Suleiman and the Ottoman Empire was you get insane bombard production, or you get siege production. You have Ibrahim, who gives you insane combat strength and additional bombard production. You get the Barbary Corsair, you get the Janissary. Those are all really good for domination. And then you have this thing, which you get extra combat strength, but this is supposed to be focusing on chaining golden ages and getting in culture and science. So don't get me wrong, this is really good. I really like this ability. It just feels off. It just feels off for Suleiman in general, but we'll have to see in theory in regards to that. But I mean, hey, look, we got this is leaks. This, like I said, take this all with a grain of salt. This comes from the Civ Fanatic forum here. This was the same place that I got my information for in the previous leaks and all the SteamDB stuff when I was doing research on that. But you can find this information here at the Civilization, the forums.civfanatics.com in the Civilization 6 section. Let me know what you think. Do you think these are legit? Do you think they are fake? What do you think of the abilities? Here's Tokugawa again. If you want to see the abilities, you can pause on each of these as I pull them up. I like the Ottomans the most. I also like Tokugawa's. It's interesting. I don't know if it's good. I think this is really good. I think Suleiman's going to be the best out of these three. But the thing that I do like about these three as compared to the Great Negotiators pack is all of their stuff is really unique. This is interesting, right? Like minus yield and tourism, but better like domestic trade routes, and then your districts receive tourism. Like, that's a weird ability, and weird is cool. Doesn't necessarily mean good, but weird is cool. Same thing with this, like weird +4 combat strength when not in a golden age and fighting against those not in golden ages. That's weird, but it's cool. I like this pack. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be better than the Great Negotiators pack, but it's definitely cooler. So anyways, let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you think this is real. Let me know if you all like the abilities. If there are any changes that you wish you would see to them, type them out in the comments below. If you do enjoy my content, if you've been enjoying these really dumb leak videos that I've been making, please subscribe to the channel. It helps out way more than you think. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Come watch me at stream Civ6 on D80 at twitch.tv/boesthius every Tuesday through Friday. Tuesdays and through Thursdays is 12 p.m. Pacific time, and Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.